In this video, I'll show you a super chill loot run on Interchance that can help you stack up millions of rubles. This is also a really nice way of pushing that strength and endurance skill. This time, we'll be hitting up the hidden stashes all around the map. The number of stashes you can get to each run depend a lot on where you spawn and which extract you have to get to. I'll talk more about the route at the end of the video, so let's just get into the run. We've got to spawn over by a power station, and that means we have to extract at Emercom. This allows us to hit up almost all the stashes on the map, but first off, we had to get away from the power station because generally players like to come here. First off, there's a stash over here behind the pipes. And in power station, there's a couple of spots I like to look. Of course, we have the PCs in here you can loot, but I just like to take a look at these shells here and here, as well as out here in the back, there's a moonshine spawn. My goal is just getting in and out of power station as quickly as possible. If you want, you can also hit these 3 toolboxes. Before you leave power station, make sure you turn on the power. That will allow us to hit up the container when we get further in the run. Now when you get a power station spawn like this, you have 2 options, pretty much for any spawn on the map. When I used to do this run a lot, I would often hide out in a bush for a minute or 2 after spawning, allowing for a lot of players to head into the mall, making your route somewhat safer. You'll still run into stragglers and other cash runners of course, but this does reduce the risk. Alright, so we're coming up on the second stash here. It's over between these large rocks. Pretty easy to spot. And there we have it. You can choose to just head straight forward here and skip these 2 stashes I'm about to show you. But for the purpose of the video, let's just include them. Normally when I come this way, I don't run in here because it does feel a bit risky. So you come over the railing here. And behind this little house in the bush here, you're gonna find a stash. The next one is in the raceway here, so it's really out in the open. Normally I'll only hit up this stash if I'm coming this way from inside the mall, just to extract. There it is. The one I normally do hit is the one over here beneath the bridge, but you do have to crouch to get it. With that done, we come out here, head over these railings. We'll have to jump over the last one here. And then it's just a long run past the railway extract. Alright, we pass by this tent here and we move up to this rubble. Next stash is right in the middle. There we go. Follow the wall and we're gonna have another stash in between these bushes right here. Cross the railway, and this one is also quite easy to find. It's in between these 2 concrete slabs. You're gonna have it right here on the ground. Now the next one can be a bit tricky in my opinion. Even after I know where it is, I often struggle to find it. Sometimes I even just skip it because honestly it's pretty annoying. You come over here, pass by the lake, and it's right next to this tree here. After you're done with that, we head over towards the next cluster of trees over here. And once again, we're going to be finding the stash in between all of these trees. This one is a bit easier to find though, in my opinion. There you go. Okay, we're in for a bit of a run now again. You come out here to the road. You really want to watch out for scabs when you come by here. They are all along this piece of road and they even like to patrol out into this grass area sometimes. As you pass by this couch, you know you're coming close to the next stash. It's going to be right in this dip here in the ground. There we go. Next one is going to be easy to find. It's over by the big ass sign here. Right out in front next to this tree. Alright, so if you do have the 21 VS keycard, check your extracts when you come by over here. If safe room exfil is green, that means power has been turned on and we can open the container. To do that, we come in here and we gotta jump up on top. Come over here, swipe the keycard. Boom. Alright, so in here we have a lot of attachment spawns. There's an armor spawn right here on the table and more attachments on the table and here on the shelf. We've also got 3 weapon boxes in here. Okay, so when you're done with that, we come outside and we head out back. And move over this way. Just to orient you, the stash we just hit before was right over there in front of the sign. Now you want to align yourself with the side of the road here. And up next to this tree right here, you're gonna find your stash. Okay, so this one can be a bit tricky sometimes. When you run along the side of the map here, keep a lookout for these two thin trees. In between them, you're gonna have the stash. Let's go. Next one is usually pretty easy to find. It's up here between these bushes, like so. And now we just take aim at these boxes over here, which is where we're gonna find the last two stashes. Up here, you need to make sure you look out for players and scavs. They can also be down by the ramp. So the first stash is right here in front of the first boxes. And the second one is gonna be over here behind the other ones. Alright, so then we can just head towards extract. I like to hug the wall up here because you can prone for some cover if you get shot at. If you do get a spawn out this way, or if you're just coming by, there's also a stash between these rocks. But when I'm coming this way, I always skip it. Okay, so jump over here, extract, easy. Now for the different routes. Spawning in either of these areas will allow for a full run. You'll be able to follow the edge of the map all the way around, hitting all or most of the stashes. When you do get a power station spawn, you can turn on the power yourself and be able to loot the keycard container as well for some extra goodies. But it's always worth checking if the power has been turned on when you pass by. Of course, not all spawns are optimal, but just head towards your extract and pick up whatever stashes you can on the way. If you want a loot run with some more juice in it, click here. And thank you for watching.